It is cold, so you know I'm back in Toronto, which is a good thing. I'm happy to be back. Kind of happy to be back. I missed the heat. The heat was nice. But also, there's work to do here. In fact, quite a lot of it. So, I'm back. We're here to do some of the heavy lifting and also reinvigorate a few things. So, I'm looking forward to sharing the next little while with you folks. But in the meantime, I figured instead of taking the subway all the way downtown, let's go for a little stroll to some other areas that we don't see very often. So we're going to start Dundas West, which is where we are. We're going to head over to Chruch. Might be a couple, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe longer. I don't know. We're going to find out. But I'm going to get walking and talking, and we're going to see where we go. So let's go for a walk. Hello, Harjot, Juanita, Alicia, hello. Gay solo traveler, thank you for coming. Actually, gay solo traveler, I believe I'm meeting you this week, aren't I, through Eddie? Pretty sure that's you. But today we are going for a little march. Hello, Cypher. Good to have everyone here. Thank you for the warm welcome back. We are currently at around Dundas West Station. By the way, tomorrow the plan is to go with Randy. We're going to finish off Bathurst. Wednesday evening, it's going to be me and Eddie. Perhaps a gay solo traveler, perhaps me and you do during the day. That is an option. But let me know when you're available and we'll make it happen. But a little thing with the channel is I am going to be transitioning into a bit of more of a... My idea is to try to position this more as a walk and talk show. So something where you can come to hear interesting dialogues about topics and going through. So let's see where we end up, but lots of options. And I'm excited to share with you, in the meantime, some of my favorite parts of the city. So let's go for a little stroll. I will say, even though I only got to do the one day in Florida, God, the weather was nice. It was just nice to not have to worry about that every day. Oh my God. Coming back here is a bit like a slap in the face, but in like a good way. Like a nice slap in the face, which is like, oh no, I'm awake. But, you know. If you are here, thank you for joining us today. Definitely an area I don't explore as much, right? I mean, who comes out all the way out to Dundas West? That being said, it's not like there's nothing over here. It's just, I couldn't tell you what's over here. Also, I've been trying to put my hood on for like there we go. There we go, I got the hood. My old aunt, oh, of course I'm in your old area. Man, we used to come over to this area all the time. And I was always so curious to know what the giraffe building was. And then I would never know what the giraffe building was. But like my friend there used to be a seedy bar right in the corner here. And my friend used to always take me here when he would do karaoke here. And I remember that there was specifically, very, very specifically, one night where I actually ended up, my parents kind of called me out for being queer. This was before I was fully out to them. Yeah, that was a hard night. Ironically, I remember that night I sang Anne Berlin. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, go for it. What do you folks like about Toronto? No. Aw, adorable. I mean, for straight people, but that's fun. That's fine. You guys have fun. The Loon is great too. It's Roncy, good prices. Ooh, I have always wanted to go to Bandit. Not just because the people are not just because the creations are, not just because the mascot's a raccoon, but you know, other reasons too. I have heard it's an amazing brewery, but this is the place where they had like the pub, Spirits and Ales. What was it called? It just says traditional pub fare. Well, that doesn't explain anything. But yeah, that was where we done did it. They were cute kids. See, that's the kind of energy you want around you. Just good kids having fun and wanting to be on camera. And then telling them, no, it's my show. Know your place. Then just run into the distance before they can catch you. Ah. So we're not quite in Roncy, not quite in Junction. Dundas West is kind of like this interesting area that's situated between many other things. But I remember from Randy, when we were walking over this way, like this train here used to be a hard line of the, like, hard limit of the city. And so people didn't used to come out here as much because it was literally dangerous. So ever since they put the underpass in, you know, not so much of that. But still interesting things to know. Though it did look like there was some beautiful street art over here. It looks like they've just painted it all over with. But it does look like it's coming back slowly, so who knows, maybe we'll see some interesting works popping up here soon. Hello, Otterly. Good to see you today, my friend. There could almost be something like if they just took that pattern that's almost like camo and did that in a couple other colors on top, you could almost use the cover up as its own art, you know? Weird fact about Dundas Street West is that there are 2 intersections with Bloor Street. That is kind of funny, isn't it? I didn't actually realize that until you pointed that out, but I'm just like, no, that's absolutely what happens. Also, the thing I did that's silly is I decided to just wear my backpack the whole time. So, this is gonna be an interesting walk home. Because, oh dearie me, I am already feeling the heaviness of the jacket. I'm actually coming back with more clothes than I left with, because the place I'm staying, I might have accidentally forgotten probably about 4 or 5 shirts and 2 shorts that I was there in May. So, got to see them and be reunited with my stuff. Plus, I got to wash it all before I left. Huge bonus. Huge, huge bonus. Me and Randy did explore this area not too long ago. I'll see if I can't post the link to that. If you're coming back and you're rewatching, I'll have that up there. But see where we go from here. I feel like... Okay, good, the lights are working. Just wanted to check. I love this guy's jacket. It's great.
If you look at that thing.
Thank you. Remember, never any harm in thanking the street people. That sounds wrong. In helping the people who cross the street. Oh man. I like how that is clearly a reference to the Candy Factory, which is a candy store that's on the way to... It's either the Muskokas or Ottawa, one of those two. Hello, Sam. Good to see you again, my friend. I am sorry that I had to take a few days off, but I think I kind of realized halfway through, it's just like, you know what, I really haven't taken a day off since like August. So I kind of ended up looking at it down there as being like, I'm going to use this time to relax. So immediately just worked on my script and played the entire time. So instead of relaxing, I did the opposite of that. I just wasn't streaming. But thank you, friends, for understanding. It's always good to come back to such a warm welcome. Gosh, what an experience. I was so excited to stream Universal Studios. You have no idea. And then literally, as I was trying to go through, it was giving me guff all day. And I finally got it to start working, and it started raining. I was just like, no. Why? That was awful. Anyways, happy to be back now. Hello, Sandy. Good to see you again today. I wasn't even sure if you could stream Universal. I saw other people doing it, so I know it's theoretically possible, but I'm still very disappointed I couldn't. I'm like, what is this? What's going on? I'm sad now. But I did get to ride like pretty much everything I wanted to. I know, but Disney can be cagey about streaming, which is weird because I've seen apparently a bunch of people, like, even Universal I saw a couple of people streaming, but there's like always at least 2 or 3 people streaming from Disney on any given day. But I don't know. Maybe I need to expand my watch locations. I will say, coming up this week, we do also have... this is next week. I'll be going down to Hamilton for a day or two. And I'm going to be interviewing some people from Hamilton Fringe. And they're going to be talking about what they're doing and their experiences are there. So, yeah. Hello, First Last. Good to see you, my friend. Paradise. Is this the gentleman's? It is a gentleman's club. Oh, look at that. If anyone wants to go be gentlemen's, that's where you can do it. Oh, this is a makerspace, is it? No, honey and apothecary products. Yeah, close enough. Was there no Florida stream? Forgive me, explain. Unfortunately, when I got down there, I did get one day in, and that was really nice. But just a lot of issues streaming from Florida, it seems. I will hopefully resolve those in the next week or two, so that when I'm down there for Fringe later on, it should be much better. I just want to take a moment to appreciate this piece of art, because that's gorgeous. Very, very nice work. The thing about Florida is that there's just, like, there's no walks. There's very few walks you can do there. But come May, it'll be a lot better. We'll have a lot more time and ability to do things. Oh, look, everyone, it's Cheap Friends. Meet any Florida mans? Oh, a couple. By the way, just so you can see how ridiculous this looks. Yeah, there you go. I got the hat, we got the hoodie. The mustache has held up surprisingly well considering I just got off a plane though, so... Victories, small victories, take them where you can. Here's Lansdowne. I actually used to live on the north of Lansdowne. Florida is surprisingly pedestrian unfriendly for such a flat state. They have literally designed their entire state for cars, making it almost impossible for anyone who doesn't have a car, which in Florida is no one. You need a car in order to get around down there. It's kind of insane. Although I was talking to a couple people that have good jobs are just usually, they'll literally just Uber everywhere. And I'm just like, I mean, on the one hand, that makes sense. because the amount they're paying on Uber is usually the amount that like they'd be paying with car insurance and everything else. But as long as you're warm, Maddie, that's the thing. Well, Sandy, you folks keep me warm with your love. That's how I survive. Num num love. Cafe Stella over there. It's an interesting area because you can kind of tell that this definitely doesn't feel like TOURonno, but it very much is TOURonno, you know? This doesn't feel like downtown metropolitan Toronto. This feels like almost sprawly, near North City type place. Sorry, bud. It's funky. It's got an attitude I would say this area has an edge, which is always nice. You don't want the same thing over and over again. It gets boring. That's why I need to stretch myself and start going more places. Today just worked out because I was literally like driving by on the train. So I'm just like, let's make sure I actually do stuff. Ooh, another gentleman's club. Yeah, this is the seedy part of Toronto. I just like, yeah, this is it. Latin World Cocina Mexicana. Mexican kitchen. Oh, I would love to find another really good Mexican place in the city. One day I shall. Looks like a great day there, wow. I will say, coming back to like only -5, -6, totally fine with me. Ooh, nuts. Oh, it's literally called Nut House. Quality edible goods. Ooh, I love that. Look at that door. Look how funky that is. What a cool piece. It is a beautiful day. I feel warm. That is nice. Also, it's just good to walk again. I'm not gonna lie. I miss it when I'm down there because I'm just like, I'm not walking 20,000 steps every day. What am I doing with my life? Hello, Christopher. Good to see you today. Welcome to the WalkTube Club House. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do. Thank you, Alexander. It's good to be home. 'Tis good to be home. Ooh. Sandy? Oh my God. That's so generous of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Lovely to be home. Lovely to see you again. That means a lot. That actually helps me out a great deal. So thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful. Oh, so nice of you. What a great surprise. Thank you. I'm actually flabbergasted at that. Just wow. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you very much. We're going to keep exploring this area and see what there is. But if you want me to do anything specifically, you have now bribed me. So I'm indebted to you. So let me know what you want and I'll make it happen. Sandy is the best. Do. That's the Sandy song. It's a classic, really. Well, I guess there's Sandy in Greece, but she didn't leave, so. Why you left me, oh Sandy. I have so much energy. I think it's because, okay, last night I only got like maybe 3 hours of sleep, so maybe I'm just loopy. But yeah, the more I talk, the more I'm just like, how tired am I? Fairly tired. All right, we're good. Nothing like home sweet home. Nothing like home sweet home indeed. Silly energy. Yeah. You know what I think it is? I think I got my dogs. I think I got my dog fix, and it reminds me how much of a dog person I actually am. Don't get me wrong. I have cats at home. I love the cats. They're adorable and sweet sometimes. Actually, they're kind of arseholes. But like, dogs just bring out an energy in me that I'm just like, I love dogs. I wish I still had my dog. But instead, we have Thung. Also, really gotta like what they're doing on this building. It is kind of interesting to see them try to build this area up a little bit more, because like even 5-10 years ago, none of this was here. And now they're really trying to like, I don't want to say gentrify, but like definitely leaning into the gentrification of the area. So, yeah. High on caffeine. You know what? Maybe. That's not entirely invalid. Why you left me, oh Sandy. Is it sad that I think that's the only song, the only piece of that song I actually remember? I want a dog so much, but in a bachelor and world away from home. That's always the issue. When I was married, it wasn't such a problem because one of us was always home. Well, especially when I worked from home. But yeah. Happy birthday to you. Great singing voice, by the way. Tell you anything. Thanks, Carl. It's not my birthday, but whose birthday is it? Did I miss a birthday? If I missed a birthday wish, I apologize. But welcome to Dufferin, or as it's called, the Suffering. Oh my God, I was literally watching like a bunch of YouTube clips the other day, and one of them was for the Dufferin Mall. And the guy just walks out with like, goes to Walmart and puts a thing of paper towels in his jacket. There's the other guy's just like, did you pay for that? She's like, no man, it's Dufferin Mall, who cares? Just like, oh, that's funny. I will say, of all the things I've done, I have never stolen from Dufferin Mall. But to quote the immortal Justin Bieber, never say never. Is it your birthday? It is not my birthday. My birthday's in December. So, I'm a world away, it seems. Carl's AI program is off.
Nation and country, design flood.
Nation and country, there's a flood. I don't know what he's asking or saying. Sandy says, I'd love to adopt a dog, but I want to travel in the future. It's not fair for the dog to be placed in a kennel while I'm away. Oh, that's fair. May I ask what day? I'm a Sagittarius. I am also a Sagittarius. My birthday is December 4th. So if you take my birth month, which is 12, and you subtract my birthday, which is 4, it leaves you with 8, which is 2 times 4. Isn't that fascinating? Look what numbers can do. That's my dad's birthday. Oh, crazy! Fun fact first, last, I'm actually your dad. That's just how it rolls. I would love to have a dog, but it requires lots of running around space, and in the city that's not always possible. That's very true. That's very true, sadly. Look, spooky friends. Ooh. And by the way, friends, I will say that my fundraiser for my Fringe show and for the channel is going to go live on Friday. And I am excited to share some details as to what I'm doing with that. But people are going to be able to sponsor days and days of shows, days of walks, see what we do. So if that's something that interests you, I'll share all the details soon. Also making like so many of my books and projects available for people. So, you know, some stuff going on there. Mine's the 15th, by the way, so make a note. Noted. Noted, my friend. What day is the changeover? Is it the 17th? So it's Sagittarius up until 16th, and then 17th is Capricorn? So you'd be like right on, either way, I'm pretty sure you're like right on the end there. Hello, Andrew. What a pleasant surprise to see you again. Thank you for joining us today. It's a very silly energy day, which I think is probably because I'm loopy from the trains. And the trains and the planes and the automobile. I've literally ridden a plane, a train, and an automobile today. That's something. 21st is sad. Okay, so is it 21st the days that they switch over? I imagine it must be. Paradise Sleaze Factory presents FK Toys. Oh, it's sold out, so there's no point. Don't even worry about that. Also a good sign, because there is a bookstore, and we did just pass a bakery, so statistically that would make this a very good place to live according to the Carl gauge. Consider veterinary care and a premium diet. That's also a big part of it, for sure. I will say, this is like the most stable my stuff has been in a while. I hope I didn't jinx it by saying that, but you know, it is. Well, just so everyone knows, in case you don't know me, my name is Matti. I'm a tour guide in Toronto, Ontario. And if you or somebody you know is coming to Toronto and you're looking for an interesting experience, why not gift them with a customized walking tour? I do customized walking tours tailored to your interests, and I am bookable in the links below via VIATOR and TRIPADVISOR, so please feel free to check those out, or tell your friends. If you know anyone coming to Toronto, you want to give them a good experience, let them know. You can also help the channel out by liking and subscribing. It does help go a long way, so if you could be a part of that, we'd love to have you be a part of the family. On that note, let's get back to walk. Quite a walkable neighborhood for most things with passing my test. Absolutely. Usually jinx it, fair enough. Princess, my love, it's so good to see you. Welcome back. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Looks like a lot of good places to eat on the street. Oh my, yes. So many. We're actually coming up soon to Little Koreatown. I guess it's just called Koreatown, but maybe Little Korea? I think it's just called Koreatown. But hello, Madano. Welcome, welcome everybody. It's good to have you here. I will say, today might not be like a 2-hour walk, but it's probably going to be at least one. This guy's bugging me. I'm just going to literally wait until he goes somewhere else. My day is wonderful. Well, my day is wonderful now because you're here. That place is called Balloons on Bloor. Little known fact about me, I have a balloon phobia. So if there are balloons around me, it freaks me out. It's like that place right down there, like beside Balloons on Bloor with all the balloons. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Is it a ridiculous fear? Yes. Is it actually like secretly probably a fear of guns? Most likely, but still. I do not like balloons. I don't like them around me. They make me uncomfy. That's fact. Hello, Hunter. Good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. What did a balloon ever do to you? Hey, hey, hey. Listen, I recognize that it is an irrational fear, but that doesn't mean I don't have it. That being said, I can usually like force myself to be around balloons, but I'm always just like a little extra nervous, which is never good. Never good. You never want that in your like in your feels. Sunday, March 8th, set clocks ahead 1 hour. Ooh, we're springing ahead, folks. Springing ahead. I've been a bit sick. Oh no. I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Looking forward to your walk. By the way, this is Comedy Bar. If you ever get the chance to go there, it's like a lovely little space. Fairly affordable. But yeah, really, really nice. If you're ever looking for like a good comedy space in the city, I would recommend them above like Yuck Yucks. Maybe like kind of on the same level as Second City, but they have such a variety there that's just like anyone can rent the space out, so you get a really interesting mix of shows. Definitely recommend it. Wasn't ignoring you, needed more coffee. You know what? That's a very fair game. There's coffee in that nebula after all. Here's the thing. Look at the top there, and you're just like, how did they get... I guess someone was on the top floor and then spray painted down, but I'm still just like, that's nerve-wracking. Not looking forward to that time change. I work near a border town. One province changes time, the others all don't. All the major grocery stores in the province that does change. Oh, that's so annoying. Is it Saskatchewan that doesn't change? By the way, this is some lovely work. Bloor Court, that's beautiful. Not sure if that makes sense. If you were here, you understand. I think I know what you're talking about. Because I know there's like 1 or 2 states that don't change time zones as well. But I can't remember if it's Utah or something else. Saskatchewan. Okay. So I think it's like Saskatchewan and Utah that don't change times for daylight savings time. And to be fair, that is the right choice. I wish we should just abolish daylight saving time. We should have abolished it years ago. I don't even know why we still have it. No one likes it. It doesn't even benefit farmers, which is kind of like the whole idea of it. But no, it still just kind of sucks all around. Sucks all around. God, these children are terrifying. Boop. But not a happy boop. More like a scary boop. More like a you stay there kind of boop. It's hot here, send some of the cold. You know what? You know what? I would if I could. That would be lovely. I almost had the chance to go and potentially do another... I almost had a chance to go and do a cruise, which would have been for like 5 days. And it was so good. The price was right. I really wanted to go for the person who was going. But I literally have a booking for a tour on the 4th. And there is a very real chance that they will show up. So, I had to come back. But also, I did also need to kick this back up again and get things going for the fundraising and get my show underway. And all kinds of stuff. All kinds of things. My industry, I don't mind time change, but my first time dealing with border towns, so let's abolish it. Agreed. Agreed. Kick that to the curb, that's what I say. Either way, the beautiful work that they do on the building over there, absolutely stunning. I don't even know what that building is, to be fair. But just like, this is kind of the area where the city kicks back in. Doesn't feel so much like a spread out big town anymore. You know how it is. We had Carnival, I played Macid on YouTube. Ooh. I did see some of the video. I don't know if that was the same video you're talking about, but... Hello, Arnold. Good to see you, my friend. Ooh, Tall Boys. I love it at Tall Boys. They were so good back... I haven't actually been there since pandemic, but like, they were so good. It was so tasty. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes. Yes. Highly recommend. Mega love shout out. Thanks, buddy. We'll take some mega love. That's just the right kind of love, I think. Hey friends, thanks for the warm welcome back. This is very encouraging, very needed. Also, this is just beautiful. I love that piece. Can TOURonno be more classy and artistic? Well, I could. I'm classy AF, but classy with a Q. So that's, and an I at the end. So it rhymes with Matti. Oh. Matti, when are you visiting the UK? God, I'd love to do it this fall. That'd be awesome. Why Montreal has to take that? Montreal has to take that title. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Montreal's great. I am actually going to be hopefully in Montreal for like 2 weeks during the summer because my friend, her show was essentially pulled for CAF, which is the Canadian Association of Fringe Festivals. So she kind of got to write her own ticket to as many fringe festivals as she wanted. And she chose to go to Montreal. And I'm super excited to go with her. So yeah, it's going to be fun. My hope is that when I actually start doing all the fringe festivals, I want to have my streams be like 1 part city exploration and 1 part walk and talk show where I just interview them about their shows and what they're doing and how it works and, you know, all that fun stuff. The French just have, London has Uber boats. Ooh, that's fun. We don't have Uber boats here, but we kind of do. We have water taxis. But they don't take you very far, let's be fair. They'll take you from here to the island and back again. That's about it. The French just have an aura around them. Yeah. Good old French folks. Hello, Eddie. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, we're back at this one. Haven't seen these ones in a while. I need to actually see if Matt's available, or Green Knight's available at some point this week. I don't even know what his count's up to, but he has to be over 2,000 people by now. He's just, boom, exploding. It's great. And I'm hoping that by doing the pivot and having, like, this be a more collaborative channel, it'll go, is my hair still blue? My hair is still blue. Thanks for noticing. Here, I'll show you. Hair is there. It's, like, super vibrant today, but, you know. It's fun. Oop. Oh. Welcome back, Matti. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you, David. Very nice for you to say. I am actually feeling better. I feel refreshed. And I feel like I'm not, I don't feel as like heavy as I did before. It's just kind of feels better, which is good. Everyone deserves to feel light sometimes. The more you wash it, the brighter it will get. That's true. Loving the style. Thank you, Eddie. I am rather fond of it. Well, the front's blue and the back's actually pink. But like, there's not quite as much in the back. But still. You look good in blue. I will say that when I'm in TOURonno, one of the things I'll usually do 2 or 3 times a day is check my subscriber numbers, and I know I shouldn't. It's not going to change while I'm, you know, not doing work. But just that little break and that little bit of perspective really helped. So I haven't actually checked my subscribers since I left. I'm pretty sure they haven't changed. And at the same time, I'm just like, I'm okay with that. This is just kind of, we're building things up again. We're building things up again, Arnold. Don't forget to check the link I posted. I'm in that one. Oh, sweet. I'll have to come back and check the video out after, once I get home, so I can actually see it. You should not work and stream 24/7. You really shouldn't. For me it's like an anxious thing, where I'm just like, I want this channel to do well, and I want this channel to grow, and I want it to succeed, and I'm moving in the right direction, and I recognize that the more I do and the more I kind of cultivate the audience, build the people up, bring people on board, talk about issues facing Toronto, talk about things that are happening, and like really dive into the nitty-gritty stuff, like things will happen. It'll grow, and then eventually I will be able to make a living off of it, pay off debts, do all that stuff. And it's just that moment right now where I'm just like, I wish I could skip to that step. But I have to be patient, and I have to be kind, and I have to be hopeful, and trust the process. Because that's what we're in right now. And it's been good. It has been good. I have so many of you folks who are just lovely, wonderful people who join me for things. And if nothing else, I hope at some point I incite some kind of excitement to potentially visit Toronto one day. And if you ever do, I might be here, unless I am somewhere else. If you visit the UK, Maddie, try to visit England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, as they make in the UK. Isle of Man has extreme motorcycle speed racing called the Isle of Man TT. Well, that's cool. I've ridden on a motorcycle one time. My friend put me on the back of a motorcycle. I was scarified. I can barely ride a bike, right? And he was just like, we're just gonna like casually take off and do 50. I'm just like, this is scary. I am going to die. This is how I die. I didn't die, but it's you will get there. Thank you, Arnold. As I said, I'm all about building things up right now. So I just want to make sure that making sure everyone has a good voice, making sure people are happy, making sure we're all growing and being active together. It's good. It's good. Do more body painting. I was thinking about that. I might do that as like maybe I should have that as another option. So essentially people are going to be able to make me do things. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Isle of Man TT goes plus 200 miles per hour. Wow. That's too much for me. I would be like, no, thank you. This is too fast. Man, the sky is just clear and beautiful. Apart from the temperature, and like the snow on the ground, and just like the sky could be Florida sky. But this is definitely not Florida weather, that's for sure. Ooh. So we are currently in Koreatown. Lot of really, really great food places here. Looks like there's a good bookstore there. And then right there beside it is the Korean walnut cake place. Oh my God, it's so good. When you come here, you gotta get a walnut cake. They're not too expensive. They're super tasty. And they look like little walnuts. It's really cute. Big fan, big fan. Don't forget to smash that like button. Well, don't smash it.
Vlogging, yeah.
How you doing, bud? I've gotten a few people who are happy to see me today. I mean, that's a change of pace. I'll take it. Oh, I love this piece. I'm sure I've probably seen this before, but I'm just like, that's really cool. I even like how it looks like it's actually like a panel on the wall. So there's something underneath it. Yeah. If you watch the video, don't forget to like. Ooh, fair enough. I'd look good in blue also. You know what? That's a good point. That's a good point, first last. But one of the things I do need to actually do is because when I go to Florida, one of the things I do is I paint my friend Katie every day. Who, by the way, Katie met Gimbal Katie, and she signed Gimbal Katie. But she signed it in a way that no one will be able to see it because it's on the back of the arm. But she did sign it, and that's the important thing. So now I have like my best friend, and it feels like I'm carrying her around every day. And now when she gives me trouble, I can just like yell at Katie Square instead of Katie Prime. It's good. It's good. Oh, this dog is adorable. Look at it. Look at it. Oh my God, so pretty. And it has the 2-color eyes. Oh, my heart is melting. You will see across the street is Snakes and Lattes Annex, where I worked for many a year. It's there from like 6 years? 6 years, 7 years? Yeah, that's fine. Well, I was there and the one on college, because they were both kind of together as one store. I don't think they're still doing that, but... Dog got real beautiful eyes. I believe that entirely. By the way, this place up here, the Russell and Still Cafe, I'd be curious to try it out. But it used to be a place called Sky Blue Sky. And like, it had the best sandwiches. Like, they were ridiculously good. I've ridden on a motorcycle very times. Oh, that's cool. I imagine you were probably driving it. You're like, my name is Badass Sandy. Get on, loser, we're going chopping. Because it's a chop, never mind. Ever stop by to say hello? Oh God, no. No one there would still know me. If they did, they wouldn't recognize me. I'm wearing a mustache, so it's like I have a disguise on. You need a hydration pack. It's a water pack that you wear like a backpack. I feel like I'm good. I'm good, I think. But I do need some more water today, that's for sure. Anytime you take a plane or something like that, I just find you get out and like your mouth is so, you know? I always just bring my water bottle, fill it up at the airport, and then drink the water on the plane. But even that, I still find I get really bad dry mouth. By the way, if anyone has any fun ideas that you would like to see in terms of people I can bring on or issues you want me to talk about while we're in the city, feel free to let me know. I want to start branching out more in that direction. So if I know what things people are curious about, I am actively interested in pursuing as many options as I can. So, we're gonna make it happen. And I've just found that, like, don't get me wrong, today I'm full of energy. But like, the days when I just have someone with me, it's just a nicer vibe because it feels like I'm taking my friends along for a walk. And that way you can kind of like enjoy it all a little bit, but yeah. That's what I want to do, and that's kind of the plan for the channel. That's what I want to go from here. And it really just tries to bring more perspectives in terms of like what it's like living in the city and like where we want to go. So yeah, I'm gonna start to show myself a lot more because why not? I think it's worthwhile and I think it's good to have. But all of those situations. Still thinking about big old tree visits. I want to do that. I absolutely think that's a great idea. I need to remember to write that down because that was a really, really good idea. I do have someone in mind, and she's worked for like the past 20, 30 years in like Humane Society. So what I want her to do is I want her to kind of share some of the stories and like we'll go around to the places that she had incidents. Like there was one guy who had like an anaconda living in his apartment that was just like let free. And it was just like, oh, okay. But like, yeah, weird things like that. Or like raccoons in the belfry or bats and stuff. Like all those weird things that you don't think happen in Toronto. Like bear sightings happen here like fairly often. And when they happen, they still have to go and take care of them. So yeah. Sandy says, thank you for liking and subscribing to Matti's channel. It's free and a great way to help the channel grow. It is. And if you are one of the ones who felt comfortable enough to subscribe or like, thank you very much. Another great way you can help the channel, if you should feel so inclined, there is the hype, which can allow you to share the experiences and help us grow further. But We love having you here. And we hope that you're enjoying things as well. By the way, this Top Gun Burgers is only $12.99 for a burger, fries, and Coke. But there's another Top Gun Burger, and you can get the exact same meal in the middle of Kensington Market, but they cost $14. Scandalous. That's scandalous. Oh, Sushi on Bloor. What a legend. Sushi on Bloor is fantastic. Also, like, really great art. And if I'm not mistaken, well, I won't go down that way, but they have like some really beautiful artwork on the back. Definitely worth checking out. These palace sighted. Yeep. Yeep, yeep. Wait, did I pass it? I absolutely did. I literally just walked right past Leaf Palace and didn't even notice. That sounds like me. I'm very tired, folks. Oh, Crafty Coyote. Delightful place. They've actually survived quite the while, which is good to see. There's the Victory Cafe, which used to be in Mirvish Village, but they moved it over there, and ever since moving it over there, still really good. But like, I got to go a couple times. It's always really tasty and nice, but I highly recommend if you get the chance to see it. We are now, of course, I should have probably mentioned this when we entered Annex, but this area here is called the Annex. We were just in Little Koreatown. The Annex is the area that was, of course, annexed when Toronto downtown started to expand. And that's where we're going from here. So this Annex here is, well, it's beautiful, really. This is probably my favorite part of Toronto because it feels like a big, small town, which is nice. But yeah, I've always loved this area. It just kind of feels like, it should be on a coast or something, you know? Badass. You know what? Sandy is a badass. We appreciate that about her. By the way, there's I don't know what happened here, but the VV Boutique literally has a window wide open right now, so some kind of repair going on there. I wouldn't be surprised if someone threw a brick or something through a window. And if that was you, don't do that. That's mean. Unless it's Loblaws. But no, don't do that to Loblaws either. I would never condone that. Wink. I mean, I would never condone that. Facts. BMV Books over here. Lovely canvassers. Having a good time. Oh, Fresh. I always like to point Fresh out because they have the best quinoa onion rings. There's multiple places throughout the city, but like if you ever go there, you got to try that. They also had like, for many years, they had a smoothie that was like banana, dates, cinnamon, and coffee. And I'm just like, oh, so good. Enjoy your walking with Randy every Tuesday. Could you consider doing another walk with your artist friend again, Rachel? I would love to do a walk with Rachel again. There's also some other artists I have lined up who I want to have along for the ride as well. One of whom is J.M. Fry. We're going to be doing a walk soon where she's going to talk about her book that she just released. And we're going to talk about what it means to be an artist in the city. I would also like to talk to Christian, a friend of mine who's also an author, and find out what his experiences have been like, especially from him because he actually originally moved in Australia and then came here. So I think it'd be really good to get like some background and context, just like why did you choose Toronto? What is it that you're liking about the city? So really just diving into some of those thoughts and ideas. Man, I am walking so much faster than I thought I would. Although I can feel the adrenaline like slowly eeping out of my system because I'm just like, oh, this used to be a straight line and now I'm kind of wobbling. But that's okay. That's okay. If I pass out, y'all will know where to find me. Matti and Randy could pull off the grease dance. I suppose we could. Chang chang, changly changey bop. We'll always be together. Wow, wow. Rachel Perry was her name. Very true. And her Instagram, if you want to follow her, check out her artwork, is Rachel SV Perry. But yeah, I'll definitely reach out to her, see if she wants to come back sometime. Because like I love having more artistic perspectives. And the next time she opens a show, I think I might come by when it's busy and maybe just do some interviews and talk to people about their art and then see what happens, you know? I like being able to showcase different things in different places and people, so we got some good times coming. Also, I do always want to point out, me being me, topics that will normally come up will be like art, story, history, theater, creativity. I'm always open to having more people who have specialties in like sports or economics or whatever else. But I missed you, Tower. I still think you're real pretty, even if other people think you look kind of weird. I feel like you can be both. That explains me. You can look weird and pretty at the same time. Guess who's back again? JD's back, tell a friend. Yeah. I was never like the biggest Eminem fan, but like, you can't deny, dude, his skills. It's amazing. Just for you, Sandy. You told me to. Oh, Sandy. Hello, Ollie. Good to see you today. Thank you for sharing that, Madano. Greatly appreciate it. I always like to point out this little owl up here because I'm just like, A, geometric, so it's immediately going to get my attention. Like anything that combines geometric with organic, I'm always just like, that's real cool. But there's just something about that one that's just kind of cheeky. I think I like the owl. I think it's really cute. They did a good job on it too. Are you accepting requests? For you, Sandy, I suppose so. I can't say no to you. You tipped me. I would be such a jerk if I did. Who doesn't want an owl in your neighborhood, right? Everyone deserves raptor birds in your neighborhood. Wait, are owls raptors? They must be. They must be raptors. Or are they like their own thing? I actually don't know that. I should really look that up. I can feel myself having like a hyperfixation moment later. But that's later. That's later. There are a lot of hawks in the city. I think it'd be cool to do like a bird watching trip. I think that'd be a lot of fun. That was one thing that was nice about Florida, is just like all of the flora and fauna and just the nature around you is so different. And just being able to walk through the street the one day and just see how like in that one park, there was just such a difference between what we have here and what's there. And by the way, if you ever do want to find out what is here, let me just in short tell you something. My name is Matti. My name is Matti. I am a YouTuber and a tour guide from Toronto, Ontario. If you are someone you know is in the city of Toronto and you're looking for an interesting experience, why not give them a customized walking tour? I do customized walking tours tailored to your interests, so if that's something that interests you or your friends, please let them know. My links are in the description below, and I appreciate any way that you can help out with that. In addition to that, if you are enjoying yourself, I would highly encourage you to have consider liking and subscribing. It does actually help the channel out a great deal, and I do this every day, and I want you to come back sometime. So if you have any interest, please do. In the meantime, we're gonna go for a little walk. Nature walks are always relaxing. That they are. I mean, technically any walk you do is technically a nature walk, because you will encounter nature everywhere you go on the walk. It's just some nature walk is more nature and some nature walk is more technically city. So Did you know the city of Toronto protects bird migration population? They actually turn off the lights so that the birds can find their way through. Turn the lights when they come near buildings. Oh, interesting. Did you see any alligators? I did not see any alligators. I wish I did, though. You know me, I would probably try to pet the alligator, which is the one thing. They're just like, do not do that. But I'm just like, but they're so fun and cute and adorable. Does human nature count? I mean, technically, absolutely. Humans are just a suspended ecosystem that's being supported by a planet. So we are intrinsically connected to everything around us. Therefore, every human is technically a part of nature. And even though we are in a city, that doesn't make us any less a part of the interconnected food web and nature that we are a part of. Or you know something. Other nature, she knows. We're now currently in U of T area. So I'm gonna head down to, I can go down to Robards, or I can head across and we can go through the ROM, go down Philosophers Walk, head to Queen's Park, and then cut across that way. I think that sounds like a good time. I mean, we've seen Robards and talked about the peacock a million times, but now we're talking nature. And it's like, if we're gonna talk nature, we gotta nurture that nature. I never say no to Philosopher's Walk. Good. Very low battery. Your phone will shut down soon. Well, that doesn't bode well. All right. If this stream gets cut off real suddenly, y'all know what happened. Blue Eyes Official. Is this Toronto? It is indeed, my friend. Welcome. Just like, yeah, everything's good. I didn't jinx myself at all. I definitely jinxed myself.